Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica and it is a launch day for my very first fabric line. So if you've been following me on any of my other videos, you've probably heard me mention that I am launching a fabric line. This is the first line I've ever launched. I'm super excited and I hope you guys are gonna love it. So today's video is just gonna be me sharing all about that line. I'm gonna show all of the different prints that are in the line. And then I have two quilt launches actually that are being launched with this line and are perfect for it. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So the line is called Bloom. It's all about flowers and pretty fun colors. Here is what the fat quarter bundle looks like. We're selling it in a fat quarter bundle only for this first launch. This line includes 42 beautiful prints. There are several low volume prints, some nice reds, pinks, oranges, greens, light blue. There's a medium aqua blue in there, a denim color, and then some nice soft tan brown colors. I always wanted to add in a brown because I'm always doing things like leaves or trees or, roofs on houses, stuff like that. I'm always looking for the perfect tan. I have a nice soft tan in this line. And then I also wanted to do a lot of low volume prints because low volumes are so versatile and I always prefer using them for things like windows and other items in a quilt rather than just like a plain white. I also wanted to make sure I had one in here that would be good for a low volume background in case you wanted to use that instead of a solid color. You can get the fat quarter bundle on my website as well. We have about 38 bundles ready to ship, but they are going to be listed as pre-order. The first 38 people or so who order will get their fabric shipped out immediately. After that, it is going to be a pre-order item, and it's probably going to take about 3 or so weeks for us to get those out to you, just because we are not sure what the interest level is going to be, and so we want to make sure that we don't over order or under order. In addition to the fat quarter bundles, we also have finishing kits available on my website because the Bloom quilt itself has some borders, and then I thought you guys would also want backing and batting to match. So I do have finishing kits available as well. They are currently all listed as pre-order items. I do have a few in stock here, so those first few lucky people who do orders will get their fabric shipped out right away. The rest will have to wait till that pre-order fabric gets in. But I'm going to try and leave it open so that everybody who wants a bundle can get one, unless it gets too out of control, and then we may have to close it because we are doing this in-house. And so, I just want to make sure that my family who is helping me pack all these and my mom, we can manage whatever the orders are. So, but make sure you are following me on Facebook and Instagram. I will put a notice there if we have to close down the pre-orders, if we just start getting too many orders, just so that we can keep it manageable. So that way everybody hopefully who wants a bundle can get one. So the first quilt that I'm releasing is called the Bloom quilt. Of course, it matches the fabric line. It is specifically designed for this fabric line, and it features cute flowers in little flower pots. It alternates two different blocks. There's a large flower block, which is actually our May pillow flower, and then there's another block in there that has two little flowers in two little pots, and we're alternating those blocks, and it just looks super cute. Now, one thing to be aware of is for the May pillow, I did actually change that block slightly so that it fit in the scheme of the quilt. So the block is actually slightly different, so just be aware of that if you are going to be making both. The Bloom quilt finishes at 80 by 80. Of course, it is fat quarter friendly, and we are selling the fabric, like I said, in a fat quarter bundle. It uses a variety of colors. I did mine using reds, pinks, greens, light blues, that aqua, and the denims. I didn't put any orange in this one at this time, but you absolutely could add that in there. Part of the reason was because I was saving my orange for the next quilt that I'm about to show you, and then I am also going to be having a fall quilt coming this year as well that I'm going to be using that same orange in. So hang on to your bundles. Whatever you don't use, don't get rid of it or give away the fabric, because there will be some other quilt patterns coming down the line that are going to be using those other fabrics. For the backing on my quilt, I chose the aqua backing. So it's got this lovely large aqua floral, and then it has a really nice green gingham binding. Of course, I added a label to it as well. The label that I'm adding to this quilt is from my Sweetwater tag subscription. I have a little buildup of that subscription that I've had it for like, I think a year or two maybe. So I have quite a few labels, and whenever I need to label any project, I just dive right into that stash and get one that fits my quilt. And if they don't have one that matches like theme-wise, they usually also send out a few that are fairly generic, and you can put them on the back of anything. So if you haven't checked out the tag subscription, I highly recommend it. I use my standard Moda Bella 9900-97 for my white creamy background there, but you could use anything you like. I think these colors would really pop on a darker background, or you could even use a low volume background as well. All right, so that's the Bloom quilt. The next quilt I'm releasing with this is called Shine. This one is a really basic sawtooth star. I added corners to it so that when you put them all together, those corners kind of blend in and create a secondary pattern in there. And this quilt is perfect for mixing and matching all of those colors. There's a lot of ways you can lay it out as well. You can lay out your blocks so they sort of fade in a rainbow color. You can just mix them all up. You can also do all of your stars like one color scheme. You could do, I think this would be great in patriotic colors. So there's a lot of ways that you can make the Shine quilt super unique and perfect for your home. This one finishes at 64 by 64, but you could always add an extra row of stars and just make it a little bit larger. You could even add borders. I did not put borders on this quilt. Like I said, I just wanted to keep it nice and simple, but you could add a round of borders and that would also increase the size of your quilt. Or if you need to make it smaller for like a baby size, you could also remove a few of those stars and do that very easily. This one is also very fat quarter friendly, again, so that it fits in with our fat quarter bundle that we are releasing, and it's also perfect to make scrappy as well. And you can either do a solid background or you could even choose a really light, low volume background. I think that would be great. And you don't even have to make them all the same. Each of your backgrounds could be a little bit different. For the backing on this, I did our other backing option, which is the Seeds multi-fit print. It's just got a ton of different little seed packets in all different colors. So it's perfect for larger scale backings. And then I did a fun gingham binding on it as well. I love doing gingham bindings, and that is what it comes in both of those finishing kits that I sell, because those are just absolutely my favorite. Ginghams and stripes, I think, are my two favorite binding options. So for these, I just went ahead and went with the gingham because I just think they match so well and they really make your quilt. The gingham gives me like a sense of, you know, summer and spring and just fun colors. So that's why I went with those, and I hope you like them as well. So those are the two quilt patterns that are being released. Like I said, it's very easy for you to make the whole quilt, or you can just make one of the blocks for a pillow. Or for the bloom quilts, I thought 3 blocks would be great for like a table runner. So you could do 2 big flowers and then one of the blocks with the 2 littles, or opposite, and either of those would be awesome. All right, let's take a look at all the different prints in this fun fabric line. So I will talk a little bit more about those quilts in individual videos for them. I like to do individual videos for my quilts just so people can find them. But we're going to take off the ribbon, and keep your ribbons, by the way. The ribbons are great for bag projects or little tags on things, so do not get rid of those. And then we're just going to go through all of our prints. So the main print that I have here is actually what I called the seed packet multi-print, and it's just got a variety of little seed packets on there in lots of fun colors, and this print pulls together all of the colors that are in the line, and there's all kinds of different little seed packets on here. So this one is a lot of fun. It's perfect for backings. It's also perfect for low volume borders, so you have sort of a fun print but nothing too crazy. So that's our first print. We'll just go through these one at a time. So here is that one. I also have a nice low volume red and white print. I've got larger florals, and I have this in a few different colors. This one is a lot of fun. It's got really nice big florals in it. These are perfect for borders and backings, and so I have them in a couple different colorways depending on what you would like. I of course added a bunch of ginghams. So we've got a red gingham. I love doing these for bindings and really just in anything because it really screams 4th of July, summer, fun. I've got another red solid. And then these prints are the same as our seed packets, and I've got them just in a little bit of a more muted down tone. So we've got the red background, but the white flower seed packets. I've also got another red and white, and then a little floral red and white. And then I have these little tiny blooms. These are so cute. This one is pink. There's little dots on there that are kind of a light brown, and then the little leaves on there. And these are so cute. I actually really also love these for backgrounds. These are also great for low volume borders, and I did those in a couple colors. That is probably one of my favorite prints. I've also got a pink gingham, and I wanted to throw in a couple stripes, so we do have a pink and white stripe. Here's another tiny floral. Again, this is the pink with red. We've got a pink and white floral, and then that geometric pink with red. I've also got an orange gingham, and stay tuned because you know there's going to be some fun pumpkins coming. I've got an orange floral, and then I've got 2 orange smaller geometric prints, and I love using these for things like pumpkins because the prints are different, but then you can stick them next to each other and it makes your pumpkin look scrappy. All right, I've also got a few greens, and we might have to go down to the next row so you can see them all. I've got a green gingham. This is that seed packet green again. We've got a green floral. These are looking a little yellow on my camera right now, so we'll see, but they're actually a nice bright green. And those are my greens. And then I've got another large floral. This is white. This is perfect for backings, quilt backings. And you'll see this again in just a little bit with the light blue background, and the flowers are white. So I love it so much. This will be perfect for quilt backings, pillow backings. You can also use this on a border. And then this might be my all-time favorite print from the entire line. It's just a really cute little tiny flower print. Again, it's got the light brown dots on it with little baby florals and leaves, and it's so cute. And I would love to use this as like a low volume border. I think that would be beautiful, but it would also be just a really sweet backing as well. So I love that. I've got a nice light blue gingham. Here's the light blue in the seed packet. Here's that light blue I told you with the white larger florals in there. That's going to be perfect for the quilt backing. This is what I used for my bloom quilt. Here is a blue and aqua stripe. This would be great for binding, but I use it in my flowers. Here's a nice floral print, light blue floral print. Here's another one of those tiny blooms, but this one has the dark blue and white flowers. I also have, of course, a light blue and denim gingham, because why not? And then I really had to rein myself in on this. And then I've got two of these aqua prints, the tiny florals and the medium florals. And then now we're moving into our denim. So I've got, of course, a navy denim gingham. I couldn't do it without that. A small floral or medium floral. Here's the seed packet in the denim. I've got the tiny blooms in the denim. I've got the larger blooms as well in that denim. And then for the browns, I've got a nice small geometric tan. I've got a brown gingham. I've got the geometric brown, and then I have a low volume. And I wanted to do this one because I think this would be great for a low volume background in the event that you didn't want to use like a solid color for the backgrounds of your quilts. This is nice. It's not too overpowering. It gives you a little bit of texture and definition to your quilts, and it would be perfect for that. You could also use this as a low volume border as well. All right, so that is it. That is all 42 prints that are coming in the Bloom fabric line. I hope you love them all as much as I do. I had so much fun designing these, and I really just loved every single one of these prints, and that was my goal. I wanted to make sure that I couldn't live without every single one of them, and I do think I achieved that. I love them all. And like I said, don't forget to keep these ribbons. These are good for all kinds of small projects. Sometimes I use these to keep my bundles rolled up after I've used them, just to keep them together. But also I love using these as drawstrings in bags. You can also use these as a accent when you're sewing bags. So you can sew this down as like an accent stripe. You can use them. Sometimes I will fold a little one in half like this, and then I'll just sew that into one of my zipper pouches, so you have like a little tab, you know, to hang on to when you're zipping and unzipping. So there's a lot of fun things you can do with these ribbons, so make sure to hang on to them. I have a little bag with my ribbon stash in there, and then I just pull them out whenever I need one. So that's it. That is the Bloom fabric release, my first line. I'm so excited. I hope you guys are going to love it. I think it's going to be a really versatile line. There's lots of fun colors in here that you can work with. And stay tuned, because I do have some more fun quilty projects coming up for this line. And I even have a new line already in the works. So that one's going to be a lot of fun. Of course, you know I have a patriotic quilt coming soon. I've got a fall quilt coming soon. And you know I'm going to have to do a Christmas quilt as well. So stay tuned for all those fun projects coming up. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to thumbs up and subscribe. That really helps me out. You can also hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any upcoming fun. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I will see you in the next video. What's up, buds? What are you doing? Get off there.